Alright, and we are back. So I decided to take a little bit longer of a break, since it took longer than I thought to install the friggin' software. Um, have I mentioned yet how much I hate Logitech gaming software? If I could just if I could go in and just hack into their systems and delete everything and make them not want to work on it again, I would. Because it's a pain in the arse and it still isn't detecting my headset. So reinstalling it didn't help. Which actually, I didn't really think it would, but I did anyway because everything else was crashing and burning, so something had to be done. Anyway, so as I mentioned in the Rest Your live stream earlier, we are going to continue with this, working on this GeoRo thing. So last night after I said that I was going to find that proper version of GeoRo Hell or High Water, I managed to find it. It was actually in the place I was looking, just in a different folder. Underneath projects, gaming, project materials, RO. So there's a whole crap ton of stuff in here for everything. I think this is probably pretty much everything. Maybe. I'm not sure about the stuff I hadn't finished, but everything that I had finished for 2.5 is in here in terms of the data. So all this stuff, all the GRF data, the custom map is here. All the sprites are here, NPC sprites. I actually had two Jabiros in here. And I've got them in the game now. But then I also found there's a folder here called NPC stuff somewhere. Where are you? NPCs and other stuff. And then here's where I found this. So there's a 2.0 and then there's this one. The 2.0 is just another one of these copies of something that had some stuff in it and kind of wasn't finished. I found one of these somewhere else before. This one is the one that I had been working on that's the furthest along. So what this script does is it has creates a NPC in a bunch of different places called GeoRo, and what her job is to essentially control the whole individual map warping. So what happens is that basically we just have has some code in here that displays a message, has you select whether you want to do something or not in terms of the warp registration, and then what we do is we get the name of the field. Since we know what field it's in, we just use the map name and set it to that value. Then we have get map name, which is blank, and then get CID get C char ID, get char ID 0. So then we take that and we run a query, SQL query from in the NPC code. We select map from Ragnarok.warps, which we'll have to create. We'll actually call this our Athena. Let me Ragnarok. Let me grab this and let's just go ahead and replace this now. Ragnarok with our Athena. Replace all. 177 occurrences. So we query this to see if we have equals then get map name. So we're passing this into the query results into this get map names, and if it has a value, then we are saying checking the values for that character. And if the character has the map that we're currently in, then we say, okay, you already have the map, we don't need to re-edit. And if it doesn't, then it adds it to you by calling this callfunc pf whatever warp, this one. So if we go to this function, I'm not sure if it's in here or somewhere else. Yeah, here it is. So every field will have its own warp function, and I probably could do this much more easily now that I know more about coding in general. This is back when I literally was just learning coding from, well, this would have been 2009? When was the last time? So this is, created, yeah. Last modified 2010, so I guess I did know C++, but I wasn't as proficient in coding as I am now. But yeah, so basically we get the char ID, which we already kind of had, and we could probably pass these through maybe as parameters somehow. We get the map x and y and the index and the map name, and then we insert all that into the database warps table, which we'll have to create. And it has one of these in like every field, basically, is what the goal is. There's a bunch of them already made, and also what I'm planning to do is make it so it's not just, like, do you want to add a warp license for this field? Every field is going to have GeoRo say something different based on what's going on in that field, the types of enemies or the topography of it or whatnot, which you will see. So first, let's get browser workbench open. And we're going to create a new table. It's going to be called warps. And we are going to need the following fields. So let me hit the find again here. So we're going to need an index, obviously, so there's going to be an index field. Column name, index. Oh, we'll just say warp ID, I guess. Let's call it WID. And that's the primary key, not null, and unique, and auto incrementing. Then we want another one called character ID, so CID. And that's going to be, actually I could leave it as varchar, that's fine. Well, let me check, let's see, what is the, can I check it or will it not let me? Select rows. Char number, account ID, char ID. What type of field is char ID? Columns. Char ID is a what? It's an int. Oh, it is an int. Okay, so this should be an int then too. It's an int. $11. Okay. Then we need a map name. So field is called map. Varchar. I'm gonna put it as 60 just in case we need the extra characters. And then we need map x and map y, which will be integers, I guess. So let's have a look at, okay, here, so menu, okay. Select X and Y, okay, so they're just called XY. So X and Y. And these are obviously going to be int 11s. Okay. And that's the table. So if we, let's see now, what do we need to do to apply, I guess? WID, CID, map, XY, primary key, unique, and auto increment, send, apply, finish. So now we have our warps table. Okay, now what we need to do here is to think about, so let's see, where was the warp at? Go to do warp, query select from blah 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 blah. Get these informations and then do warp at name, warp da, 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 da. So we might have to do at command here. Like what we're doing on the other ones as well. We'll see. That should be the only place where we're actually doing that at. Everything else should be fine. At least for now. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to copy this. And we're going to paste it down over here to our folder. NPCs, or no, wrong folder. Yeah, it's like that because we made changes. We're also going to change, so it's in custom. GeoRo. I also want to change the. Go ahead and add her down here. NPC slash custom slash GeoRo. Now, let's go ahead and do some. See if I can remember where they're done at. So I think it's going to be in conf, and it's going to be in the map Athena conf for the rates. Because what I'm going to do is we're going to put this, maybe it's not in here. I thought it was, maybe not. Autosave time, measures of the day, autosave, blah, blah, blah. Console silent. Use GRF. Read map data from GATS and GR files or in data directory as reference of map cache. Map cache, right? We'll need to add the new map to the map cache. Yeah, I don't think it's in here. But while we're on the subject, where's the map cache at? Oh, battle. That's where it is. I think it's in here somewhere. Alright, so maximum HP rate 100. So what is the rate? 100 means 100%. Okay, so if I said 150, it would mean 150. 150, okay. So restart HP rates. Summoner should also be able to change the starting location as well. Maximum HP is 1 million. Change that to 100 million. Max parameter 160. Max trans parameter 180. And max third parameter 220. Max third trans parameter 250. Max baby parameter 80. Baby third, the rest is fine. Transcend status points 52. Max defense 160. Max cart weight 1200. Bone drop. Players will drop a skull when killed. Do mounted. Does it increase the character size? 3. No, I don't know auto loot. Auto characters see auto loot now. Minimum distance of any card in order to be placed. I'm gonna change that to like 4. VIP system. That's interesting. So, is it? And this is VIP, so this is for something different. Where are the non? Let's see, I guess it's time to go check. I don't know why I have 2 of these open for. So our Athena, base level, base EXP setting. EXP conf. Oh, okay. So it's not in here anymore. That's interesting. There's actually a VIP setting here. Alright, we'll leave that open. Oh, done. Right there. Alright. That's oh, okay, again. We're using values where 100 means 100% of normal. So they've kind of switched around how they do it. But I think in the I think in the last in Eathena it was just 100 what meant 100 times regular rate instead of 100%. What is max EXP gain rate? This setting can count the max experience a player can get from one kill. It specifies a percent of the current XP bar. Oh, okay. So you can set this to say, well, okay, we'll give you a bunch of experience, but you can only get 90% of your bar with one kill, no matter what. That can be interesting for kind of limiting what I like to call the level spam when you kill something on a high rate server. That's interesting. So we're gonna change this to that's 100%. So let's change. I'm gonna put it as 25. So 100% is 1. 25 times that would be 2,500. So a 25x server would have 2,500 as the rate for our Athena. Is there like a max level here somewhere? Should be. Show EXP. Show the rate of job XP when using discount and overcharge on an NPC. Max XP rate. The level, actually I think that should be in player. Oops. I think. The max level. But I don't remember seeing it in here. Well, I've had some good luck querying stuff over here, so let's try. Oh, the experience tables, right. Yes, I remember this. This little slice of heaven here too. I remember this as well. Now, so is that in? That is definitely in here, I think. But I'm trying to remember exactly where. Or is that, maybe that's client side. No, I think it's underneath. Source? No. Wouldn't be there. Let me see. Alright. Job XP TXT. That's fine and all, but where's the job? Blob Master DB RE Job EXP. Ah, here we go, yes. So, job TXT, boom, okay. So this lists the max level. Base, normal, and baby jobs. I won't mess with that for now. That'll be something I'll have to work on. So there's that. The map thing should be in here too. Map cache, yeah. .dat. Oops, I want to open TextPad. Okay, it is encrypted. Because... why? So, map... How do we get to the map cache then? So we need to do that. Oh no. The map cache is generated by the server. We need to supply a map. We need to supply map files to here somewhere in order to allow it to generate into the... Okay, so... adding to map cache. This video, brow edit tool, custom map into your server. So, server edit, so maps Athena, add a new line for each map. Then in DB map index at the bottom of the line, add and a custom map ID. Recompile the server. Server's map cache. So maybe that's different from... Or we map cache. Yeah, no, there's a. That's what I thought. There's a map cache exe file. But yeah, we need to underneath config. We need to add in. So there's a map index here. We need to add our map to here. BBMT02. And then in a conf file called map index or maps map Athena or maps Athena map Athena. Oh, maps Athena. It is maps Athena. Yeah, we need to add in. Okay. I said there was supposed to be an ID or something with it though. This is from 2012, so. Oh wait, that's not the one we were looking at earlier. Oh no, yeah, it was. Never mind. Conf maps Athena. Oh, that's from eAthena. Okay. Maps Athena and the map index. So the map index is different for our Athena. There's no number associated with it. Or actually, there's a tab index. Okay, no, there is. So map name is index previous plus 1. Note that zeros. Okay, so these are using the previous index plus 1. We'll go ahead and put our own down here. So what line is this? 1010. So that's 1011. So tab. We'll say 1024. Then our Athena. And where is it? Make file map serve. Does it not come with one? Maybe we have to compile it. So now there's a tools folder down here. Map cache, there it is, yeah. Build. Okay, there was an error there. I'm gonna rerun it. So map cache.exe. So data not found, local file gats map bbmt02 not found. See, I think you have to include the. If I'm not mistaken, you have to include the data, the files in here for them to read. Let's see, EA servers. Yeah, exactly it. Exactly it. All right, let's just drop that in here and run this again. Okay, there we go. Yeah. It is BBMT02. BBMT02. Yeah. All right. So that should be fine. Now we need to go in here. We need to so I think what we need to do now is I need to go find. I have that backup of the server. From when it is, I don't exactly know. Users, public. 2010. So that's from after when a lot of these servers were done. So this is going to be. Oh, never mind. It's a backup of the servers, not the database. Damn. I thought it was a backup of the database. DB2 SQL. Okay, then maybe it'll be in this somewhere. Let's see, new stuff. GeoRo stuff. It's all data folder stuff. Also data folder stuff. Finished files, data. RO. Client files, re-ID'd files. Okay. So, oh wait. Maybe, just maybe. Perfect. There we go. So 2500 is where we're starting out with our custom IDs. Cards, weapons. Custom drops, rings, usables, quest items, etc. items, class change items, bleach gear. There's nothing underneath class change though. Tames, eggs, wings, headgear 1. These are all custom items, by the way, with custom sprites mostly. Holy crap, okay. How long do you go for? Okay, then headgear 2. Headgear 2. So we need more headgear. I don't know what that's about. Romantic Rose. Accessory 2. Dark crane form. Other viewable. Fire dragon form. Final Fantasy gear. Non-viewable gear. And miscellaneous enemy gear. So this doesn't seem to have the, as far as I can tell, doesn't have the, these are all those SG books here, Star Gladiator books. As far as I can tell, I don't see any of the Ring of the Gods, 1, 2, 3, embryos. I don't see any of the class change items. None of the oh, what were they? They were it was an item that basically gave you the skills from a class that you previously were. But I think I might have found a way around the issue that I was facing that needed me to have that. So maybe that's why they're not there. But yes, this is pretty much all the items here. now you see my what I was saying. There's like an insane amount of work to do. This is what I'm talking about. There's literally like 3,000 or 4,000 items to add back into the database. So I think we could do this. Maybe. Let me see. Where is the last ID in item DB2? So I did not check item DB2. Well, that's interesting. Item DB2 is empty. What's the last ID here? So 19507 is the last one. What about RE though? So okay, that's not a problem then. Oh yes, it is a problem. Hell yes, it's a problem. We're up into the 30,000s here, so we're gonna need to change these IDs to probably 40,000. So I could just change the first characters. So control. Or this is a notepad, isn't it? Let's close this. And open in TextPad, and we'll also drop this in TextPad to the MobDB entries. Also, quite a few mobs. There's the human mobs there, and then the enemies for the Bloody Branch Arena, Sephiroth monsters, and then these are ones that I didn't add. They were already in there, I guess. There are some MVPs, some others that aren't. Golden Dekebi added that in. Monkey and some of the quest monsters too in here as well. So, oh man, let's see. So much to do. So much to do. First things first. So we need to take the 250. Well, it's not 25. So comma or parenthesis 25. Make sure we don't change things we don't want to. 25 and change that to 45. So add 20,000 to everything. And then 46. It's 26 to 46. And then 27 to 47. And 28 to 48. Alright, and then I'm going to change NMDB2 to ItemDB. And hopefully none of the fields have changed. Types. And they should really be inserts, not replaces. This is more of like an update script than an insert script, so we're just kind of re-engineering it to be what it needs to be. Replace all. Okay. So I'm going to save this. And we want to add in some comments. Or, let me see, SQL comments. I think these are SQL comments. Let me throw it into a query window and we'll see. Oh no, it is. I was right the first time it says. So what doesn't it like about these? Oh, there's extra things here. That's interesting. So find and replace. Find anything that's a double one of those. And just replace it with a single. So insert into ItemDB. Values 45153. Somehow that got messed up. So, I've got another issue with that one. Okay, it's fixed. I'm not even sure what that's about, so let's comment that off. Same with that. Okay. Control-Alt-C. I just want to copy this back into here. So we have the completely fixed and executable version. And then I guess all we have to, also have to do is to run it and see what happens. Unique Aegis name. Sephiroth card. V2. So what line? Oh, it's going to be with cards, so 4750. 45089. Um, 45089. Sephiroth card V2. Oh. V3. That's the problem. Let me open up a new query. So it stopped here at 590. So what we need to do now is we need to grab this and pull the rest off into their own execution to execute those. So duplicate for 153. Oh, it should be 55. My mistake. Um, 4513553 whatever. Oh wow, it actually is really off. This should be 5 and 6. So all these IDs are off actually. Damn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 80, or 9. No, wait. 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 70, 1, 2, 3. That's the problem. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was gonna say it should be 80, not 79. So what's really annoying when you mess up one thing near the top of a row like this, everything below it has to get fixed. Thankfully, they're not all together and all in the same block, so I don't have to fix every ID underneath this, just those. Okay, and then everything from the Book of Aldebaran down has to be split off again. Excalibur has a duplicate entry. Interesting. Alright, so control find Excalibur. So we got one for 51 45 184. No, it's this is a duplicate entry for key unique aegis name. That's kind of interesting. I'm only finding the one Excalibur. Oh, unless it's already in the... Maybe it's already in the... it might already be in the thing. The original database. So Excalibur _ cust. Wow. Okay, Archer egg. Okay, now we got this problem, Archer eggs. Don't tell me all the eggs are going to be this way. Am I really going to have to differentiate the genders of these eggs? Yes, I'm going to. Damn. Okay, so what we'll have to do now is do that, basically. So apparently, this Arthena has baby bard egg. So bards can only be male. No. Well, it's just baby bard egg. I'll just leave it at that. There's no other. There's no gender for it apparently. No, yeah. Bards are male. Dancers are female. It's the same like with clowns and whatever. Hopefully I don't have to also do this with tames. I don't know why some of these had them and some of these didn't. Oversight on my part, I guess. Groom, gypsy, dancer, a whole bunch of single gender eggs. So you want it to be a Ragnarok Online private server runner. Here's a first-hand glimpse at the unglamorous life of one. Going through and doing this kind of stuff. Granted, like I said, what I was doing with my server was kind of insane compared to some of the other ones. I mean, there are servers that have lots of custom items and things, but I was trying to take it to such an extreme. It should be high novice, not novice high. I think so, anyway. High novice sounds better than novice high. It's like, this novice is high, eating all the shrooms. High novice. Or maybe like, you know, some sort of high school called novice high. Okay, good, almost done. Then we got to go through and do the same thing for the female legs. We just won't. Well, we won't have to do this part. And the female males of things. We have to add the suffix. It's like every other one has it, and the other one of those others doesn't. So every other one, and then every other previous one? And how would you refer to the other one? And every other one. Every other one. Every other previous other one. I don't know. Something for scientists to figure out, I guess. Theoretical relativity scientist status. Male, wizard, and whitesmith. Actually, now I got that backwards. I knew it was going to happen eventually. Surprised it didn't happen sooner. Alright, now I gotta go back through and do all the suffixes for female eggs. So, acolytes, acolyte high, it should be high acolyte, not acolyte high. Of course, that could be from translation errors in the name of the class, too. I just chose to use the incorrect version for whatever acolytes high. Oh, I've missed this one too. I think the tames just operate on, you know, one type of tame for both genders. I hope to God that's how they are anyway. Because that's going to be really annoying doing this for those. Because there's like way more of those, I think. Well, maybe there shouldn't be, but still. It's a lot to go in and fix. Even if it's necessary. Oh, wow. That one was missing. I missed one. Of the male suffixes. I almost looked at that Lord Knight and read female Time Lord and say, what the hell? Doctor Whoing it up in here. Oh, that could be an interesting idea for a new class. Time Lord. Technically, I really wouldn't have to do this because we have the male suffix on the other ones, but at the same time, you know, for the sake of being consistent. Unlike having female and male on some things and not others. That one should be _M. Interesting. Another one I missed. Okay. One more. I think that covers it. Actually, the tames were before then. Good, so they're only singular. Oh, no, they aren't. But they have female in the name for the female ones. So I guess that works. Okay, so this got killed off an archer egg. So the first archer egg went through then. So we have to go from there down. Let me copy these back over into here. So I changed them in the sub section and not in this. Am I too? No, here we go. Not too high. Of course, I'm copying stuff we probably don't need to copy back over here, but I'm going to because we need to take a lot there. Alright, execute. New. Now what? We have two female crusader eggs? What the heck is going on? Why are there two female crusader eggs? Female, so crusader, Pecco, crusader. So crusader egg F, insert 45680. 45680. Oh. Wait, what? We have them up here though. Oh, that's baby crusader, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Then we got them like a bunch of times down here. Is there supposed to be a crusader Pecco? There's a baby crusader Pecco. I bet that's it. It's supposed to be crusader Pecco egg. So, what the hell? Alright, so the first one went through, which we have to do a replace on. And then everything under that. I just want to go replace these two lines real quick. Now every line under that one, starting from here, needs to be recopied back in and then executed. Ah, my God. So many duplicate issues. Same issue, I think. It's supposed to be night. Yeah, female night pickup. Like that one actually has the right thing here, but not the right thing there. Can we just go there? It's not going to take us there. What is this? 59. I'll make sure I change it over here this time. Night. Yeah, here, this one. Night. Pecco egg. Well, we're getting this stuff in there slowly but surely. A couple lines at a time. Hey, a couple more at that time. We got all the way down to hats. All the way down to the headgear this time. So, pincer could not because it doesn't match row count. Okay, we got a row count issue. I was wondering if we would have one eventually. So, a pincer at 47030... 47037. 47037. 73 rather. Not 37. Oh no, 37, never mind. 37. Okay, we got another one of these. Actually, we got a couple of these. That's it. So, pinion. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so there. Insert into item DB values. Oh, bollocks. 47038. And before we think about even doing the renumbering, we got another one over here to do as well. $47,048. Do you have any others before I have to go on this huge quest of fixing these? No. This is going to be a lot worse because we got a lot of things in between those two to fix. That and the end to fix because of that. Damn. Alright, so 47, 30, so 38 would be the first one. We have to fix. Well, start at, I should say. 39, 40. Of course, then we're going to start going into the doubles once we get down to here. So this is 980, or 950. That's 615. Okay, 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is what consumed tens of hours of my time during weekends and holidays back in 2007 to 2010 was just this kind of stuff. Just insanity-inducing things like this. They're just repetitious to the point of wanting to chop off your fingers. And it shows because, as you can see, there are some errors along the way that are making things difficult now. Well, that's the price you pay when you have a large database of custom crap you have to maintain. It's probably an easier way to do this, but I don't feel like writing a program just to print out this stuff. Though I did do that in the past. But that'd be too much for this. I mean, stuff where it's easy to build. This stuff is like very specific, and I have to... First, I'd have to create a recreation of most of this data except for the ID in a program. Then read that information in to a loop and add in the IDs up to a certain point, stop, and then do it again to another certain point, stop. It's just it's less work to do it this way. Yes, let's go right to 300. No. Oh, geez. Still got a ways to go. Like I said, so you want to run a Ragnarok online server. Let me acquaint you with developer enemy number 1. Custom items in a database for which you screw up the IDs in. But continue anyway because you don't realize you screwed it up, and then to come back later you realize, oh my god, I've got all this crap I have to change. Now we haven't even gotten into the client side stuff. That's a whole other thing. I wonder if... No, if we do it that way, we still have to like reformat it and put it back over here. Like, if I was thinking putting it into an Excel and then doing a down drag on the numbers, but that would mean we'd still have to like take the stuff out and put the stuff in front of it. I mean, it could be done, but it's just we'd have to... First, we have to strip out everything that's not comma delimited. So the semicolon and the parentheses and the beginning stuff. First, let's strip that out. Then we have to take all that, put it in Excel, not that hard. Change the IDs, not really that hard either. Then append and prepend these back in, not that hard. The hard part is just taking all this data and stripping all that crap out that we don't need. Which again would be more work than what we need. What we would have to do to actually then just finish what I'm doing now. So I'm just going to continue doing this. So I only have like 30 more of these to go. So. Actually goes pretty quick once you get used to its, as long as you don't screw up too badly. Like forget a number or double enter a number or something. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Do I have any more of those weird ones where it's like got somehow a line got jammed onto another line? I don't think so. No. Alright. So that went up to the 47037 line, so we just need those 47037 and down. So that's a pretty good leap of progress there in terms of getting stuff back into the database. We only have a little bit left comparatively. 4751.5. Another entry for chocolate. 4751.5. 4751.5 chocolate. So I'm guessing there's another one called chocolate in the actual database, so let's add a cuss to the bottom of that. Did I do that for Excalibur? Not sure I did. Yeah, I did, okay. New orange. So what number was that? 4755.9. 4755.9. Again, nice fair whack of progress. Now what? Scapular. 48168. Interesting. Scapular. And maybe maybe just a repeated item, or it might be one from the original database, I'm not sure. Either way, we'll put a custom underneath it and figure it out later. 68. Finally, got done. Now we have to do the damn mobs. That's only half the fun there. I definitely do want to then copy this because now it's completely fixed and paste it back into here. Save that thing. And then we have the mobs, which should be quicker, I think. Hopefully. I'll leave this one open. So we can use that if needed. So mob db2, so mob re. So I'll check this out. Oops. Where's the ID? What are the IDs in that? Okay, good. Way short of where mine are at. I started mine at 7,000. So, okay, this one we don't have any insert stuff yet, so we'll need to create that, I guess. Okay, workbench. So, okay, so insert into mob db values. And now what we can do is, so what I used to do on my, when I was working on this kind of stuff, my other system, I would have some macros that I would use to make this go a little bit faster, which can work here. So let's go ahead and create one, say just let's just call it database work, and it's going to be no profile. So damn, I guess we have to select something, don't we? Screw it then. We'll just throw it on to the default profile. Alright, so commands plus keystroke. So actually it's going to be multi-key, yeah. Name will be paste and down/home. So don't repeat, start recording. So Control V, down, home. Now I want to assign this to I guess G7. Now all I need to do is take this, just copy it. I just need to push G7 to add it all in here. This is one reason why I've always used Logitech gaming keyboards since I figured out that I could do this. Makes things so much easier. No clue why this is just sitting out here for. So what I need to figure out now is why there's some hex codes in these and some that aren't. What are these? What is this field? So there's another thing. There's a sprite field here. I guess there was there too. That's what that is for. Alright, so name, so level HP, SP, EXP, job XP, range, attack 1, attack 2, defense, magic defense, strength, AGI, vets, int, dexterity, and luck, range 2. Okay, that doesn't really help so much. So job, XP job base, so range, attack 1, 2, def, MDef, strength, AGI, vitality, intelligence, dexterity, luck, range 2, range 3, scale, race, elements, mode. Now I think there's a field missing here, race, because there's another race now. Or maybe not. There's like a whole bunch of values for that. So maybe that isn't it. What? Let's see. How many columns do we have in this? Quite a few. Just trying to figure out how many columns we have versus what's up here, so we can try and figure out if it should be the same, actually, to be honest with you. So this is the level. No. Yeah, level, HP, SP, base, job, range, attack 1, attack 2, defense. So this is range 1, attack 1, 2, defense, magic defense, strength, agility, vitality, intelligence, dexterity, luck, range 2, range 3, scale, race, and the next one over is element. Elements. And a lot of these have these in there, which is interesting. I wonder if that'll cause a problem or not. Well, we'll find out when we try and insert it. That's a hex representation of a number, so you may be able to figure that out just by trying to evaluate what the number actually is. And now I have to do the same thing, but go the other direction. So let's create we need to make a new macro. So paste and down and so now we need to do the terminator on the ends of these. Ooh. Okay, no, those cards I think are right. But we'll have to check the drops and whatnot on some of the on these to make sure that they're not using custom items that are not those IDs anymore. Just thought about that. Like this right here, I'm pretty sure it's a custom ID, custom item ID. 13303. Or no, we were in the 27 range before. Never mind, that's not a custom ID. Or it could have been previously a custom ID that I then changed from the 13,000s to the 27,000s. So it could be a little bit of a multiple stage issue here where we have custom IDs from 2 times ago that are in here. For sure, all the human mobs are going to need to be changed because they'll drop soul shards, which are not whatever ID they're says that it is right now. Yeah, it's 26. That should be, well, it's going to be 46. True. Oh, well. That shouldn't have been there, that tab. There's another one. And another one. Actually, there's, these ones might be one field short, I'm not sure. I'll have to keep in mind that in mind when we're trying to put them in. Okay. Oops. Not sure what these fields are for. Okay, it's, yeah. It is those still. Weird. Some of them drop cards, some of them don't. Oh, these, are these cards? Or, no, these are soul pieces. No, the last one is for card drop. So I actually have 2 things we have to change. Yeah, card drop. And then we have drop ID fields throughout there. So we actually have a few things we'll have to change on these. Some of these don't have card drops now, which is interesting. That's the last one? Of course not. We got some more. Okay. Now we have to go through and fix all the drops here for our human mobs. So basically anything that's a 24,000 or higher, it's got to go to a 40 whatever thousand. So again, I have no clue how you would fix this without going through manual and doing everything, because you're going to have things that are going to match. Well, I guess for the 242, which is going to be the soul shard, I think. I guess we could try it and see what happens. So find and replace. So comma space 2421. Comma space 4421. I'll distinguish it a bit more. That seems to be picking up just the ones we want it to. And then the last one, 02610. But there are some that are not 2610, there's some 2611, so 261. Two, 6, 1, 0, 4, 6. Or we could just say do all and then deal with the fallout later. So what was that? Oh, the Sephiroth. Okay. So then the quest enemies as well. Okay, some of them have already been changed. Some of them haven't, obviously. But not a lot of them drop things, so it's not very hard to fix these. Alright. So I think that's everything. I'm going to also take these and copy them back over here. Save it so we don't have to do all that again. Now I guess we shall execute. I was wondering about that Chimera King. The very first row is wrong. Column count doesn't match row count at row 1. Well, column doesn't match count at row 1. Okay. So there's that. So we got 1, 2, let me see, it goes columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 58. And what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20. 20. 18. So I actually have one extra column. That's probably on all these. So I wonder if they dropped a column from our Athena. Let's just do that and see if it works up to line 10. So Maya Black. Yep. We have an extra field in all these. At least the first one, so I'm not sure about all of them. It's a safe bet that's probably all of them now. I want to make sure first. So Maya Black was the one that failed, so we need to start from that one. Yep, they are all one too many. On the end, most likely. And actually, it's better to take him off the end because that's where he gets some maybe extra drops. Maybe they took off a drop. Oh no, it wouldn't be that. That'd be two fields then if they took off a drop. A drop from these guys. Had to have been one of the other fields. Again, the problems are going from one server version to another. Assessing cross armies. Yeah. This is kind of annoying. Let me check the... data we're putting in here. Card ID, yep, that's it. Card ID drop. Okay, no, this is wrong too. Look at this. This should be shifted over one. Crap. Oh no, that's right. Drop ID and drop 8%. This is wrong though. Yeah, no, this should be like shifted over one or something. Okay, I'll wait to finish all that up. But we have some more stuff in here. We got the map in here. We got the other stuff, the NPC in there, and we've got the NPC and the item stuff for the RO thing. So let me load the servers. I also have the rates changed as well. We'll load the servers. We'll load it up, and we'll just take a look at what it is, and then we'll call it a night. Because this is just going to go on forever. And it's going to be very boring to watch. So... get rejected for? Rejected. That's not the issue. So, rejected from server. Which we didn't, because that's obviously something that we dealt with the other night. That's changed in the client. That's been some new stuff for added in for the for these, the new maps, the map and the sprite, GeoRo sprite. Which I put into the Lua files. Data info, PC identity, shouldn't really matter. Shouldn't cause a non-connect to the character server anyway. Okay, oh wait, the map server's not running. That was the make whatever. That's interesting though, if the map server's not up, the care server doesn't let you connect. I've forgotten that. Alright, let's see these errors roll. Boom. Massive explosion. Let's see. Battle arena, I thought so. Oh, GeoRo, what the hell? Invalid label name. At command. Oh. At command warp. Okay. First things first. We need to disable the friggin' what was it, the arena, beta battle arena? Yeah, that thing. That's got some really just freaking crazy stuff going on with it. So custom beta battle arena, you are dead to me for now. Now for GeoRo though, that's something else entirely. What I need to do is I need to look at the level seller real quick, just to confirm that's how you use the @ command thing. So your levels. Go to level, oh, just @ command. No semicolon. Thought there was a semicolon or a colon, not a semicolon. So it's underneath quests and GeoRo. No, it's not. GeoRo's out here. I haven't moved her into the quest yet. So troll find @ command. Should only be one of them. Okay. I'm surprised the battle arena didn't cause any problems last night. Maybe I didn't have the same version I have now in there. Urgh. What's now? GeoRo again. Same thing. Interesting. Need a parentheses. Oh, is warp now like a function or something? Interesting. In other words, do we call warp like this? Wait, what's still throwing the error? Oh, it's still no view data for class 300. Okay, we need to add something else here for NPCs. NPC. Status set view data NPC. So no view data for class 300. No view data for NPC. DB const. Oh, right. DB const. There's all these little things you have to frickin' do. Fairmax. Let's see. Script constant database. So not that. Error view data db const txt. No, I guess we do add it there. Or no, he said db const. This is a different const file. Or db slash const. Never mind. It is this one. So identifier, the constant must have no script commands, value assigned, and the type. Constant or parameter optional. Notes. Okay, let me check this against what I have for one of my older ones. Oh wow. Okay. So our thing doesn't even have half the stuff in it. So let me see, 300. Oh, they're all in order numerically. That's interesting. But I don't have one for GeoRo in here. It's not to my knowledge. Because I hadn't added it into the server yet, so that's probably why. Let's see, it has like the job things in here, but the one from Arathena doesn't. So what's the one for Arathena for? It doesn't do the same things, in other words. It's not used for the same things. When was this done? 2014. Arathena view data for NPC. You have an NPC with sprite of, make sure you've enabled that sprite. CC, search for. That, I hate friggin' morons that just say, I found a solution, but you can't know what the solution is. So it just says search in your NPC folder. NPC folder where? So this is scripting support releases. NPC folder. They mean the NPC folder in the clients or the NPC folder in the server or what? That's the other thing about the community with Athena and I guess Arathena is that you have to kind of deduce what they're saying because it's not always clear all the time. There's no way it would be in here. It must mean that post must mean in the NPC data folder on the client side. Okay. Don't set the ID higher, just set next ID in the bottom of NPC identity. Job name table. Don't put the custom NPC comment slashes on the code because Lua programming code. That's a comment, right? So it was solved, but there's no other posts. Wow. How did that happen? He must have found it himself, obviously. So do not set the ID higher. Just set the next ID available, which is 300, which is what I used. In the client. But it shouldn't matter. This is on the server side. There's something on the server side where we have to set the values for the NPCs that are set in the client side. Problem is, where the hell do we set those at? Because it's not the const file. I'm pretty sure, because the const file has nothing in it now. It's just some weird stuff. Yeah, script constant database. It's not even, it's for something else. It's like a database for script constants for whatever. It's not used to like dump all that stuff in that wasn't the Athena. Job DB2? No, it's not. That's for setting up new jobs. We'll need to do that though, eventually. So where are you? Status disabled. I don't want that either. Import TMPL RE pre-RE. Map cache, mob pouring, drop, produce, skill. Nothing for NPC. Guild skill tree. Config. Let's see. Don't think it would be in here, but maybe. Alright, where's that PDF at? And how old is it? Ragnarok Online, user friendly, blah 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 blah. Setting up, adding custom NPCs, RegRE, XX, so find XXI. Okay, so okay, that's the sprite. Okay, so we got an NPC folder, paste it in. Data Lua, data info, job name. Change it from, so job table dots, whatever equals the name of the NPC file name. And then over here, last entry, okay. Really? Cannot use 126 to 400. Okay then. So we need to use an ID beyond the last before 700 or finish much after since GeoRo. Force you to redo the below files. Before 700 though. Why? So let's try changing that to a different ID. So NPC GeoRo custom. So let's replace 300 with let me see. What is the last value in the Lua file for the identity? $20,000, eh? Okay. So we'll just add a 20 to the front of it. So fine, comma, or rather, other way. And hope we don't pull some that's not only gonna find that. Oh no, I guess I did it on all of them. Okay, yeah, so that'll pick it up for sure. Okay. Athena map server. On that to well, it's a different error. Oh hell. Did I seriously replace it with crap. Yes, I did. So 2300 place all. All right. I'm not too upbeat on whether or not that's going to work, because I think there's still something in the database we have to add. Not database, something in the server files we have to change for that. Yeah, exactly. Somewhere, I guess we could just try adding it to the friggin' consts file. Even though I don't think that's going to help at all. But I mean, it's what's here, so. Hopefully it doesn't overwrite or conflict or something like that. I don't know how they're defining the jobs now. I mean, because that file should have like a whole bunch of crap in it, but it doesn't. It just has, you know, very little. So, so let's see what happens. Crap. Sometimes single click is annoying. Upsets the map cache. I don't want that. I want the map server, which is there. Not that it hurts or anything. Just don't need to run it. So let's see what we got. Again, I'm not very optimistic that that's going to fix the problem because I don't think that's where it needs to go. Yeah. There's some other file somewhere now. Which apparently nobody knows where the hell it's at. It's not an NPC. It's got to be either DB or config. Let's try actually putting the full error. So no view data for class 300. Or let's say set status view data NPC. That might be a better way to look for it. Set status view data. Seriously. Oh, view data space after NPC. Or after data. Really? Nothing. Is there a underscore between set and status? Yes, there is. Status set even. Status set. MobDB. Look at monster classes. Go to RE MobDB. Confuse. Change the view ID. Yeah, it says change the view ID, but how the hell do you do that? And you have to have something that connects the client-side file to the server-side script number. And there's got to be a file somewhere that you store. And no, it's not going to be a mob ID. That's for a mob. We're not using a mob, we're using an NPC. Okay, here's something that seems okay. So, old NPC range. New NPC range. So old NPC, new NPC range is 3 start. So what are the ranges though? And this is the problem. It doesn't have the ranges listed in the, it should have everything listed in the friggin'. So since new NPCs are added all the time, the max valid value is the one before the first mob. $1,100. So anything below Scotlex. So anything below this should be valid. Okay. So this is too high, I guess. 300 seems to be reserved, so let's try 575. Let's go 580. Where is the... Yeah, here. So replace this with 580. Oh. Because I fixed it so it doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Now on the client side. Let's see if it actually exists first, though. Yeah, it's already used, damn. Okay, so 600. So, okay, this one's not used. 699, so everything above 699 is not used. So 700 then. I'll change it to 700. Which means we need to change this again. 580 to 700. Now, let's see what happens. Alright, we got some problem. What did it say? Something abnormally... Crap. Stop. I gotta do a command window. Map server.exe. Make listen bad socket error using, oh. It's already running? Oh, it is already running. Okay. Derp. I thought I had closed it. 10 to 1, it still doesn't work. Oh, hey, what do you know? No error. I am... Call me frickin' surprised out of my mind. Because I am. Alright, now... Get table int value for something. Would you stop erroring all the time and just close? Oh my god. Alright, details die. Well, didn't like something. So... I have way too many things open. I should have them all in separate tabs. So is that because this is here and not down with the other one near 700? Maybe. Would not surprise me. Or no, these aren't even in order in the first place. So that shouldn't matter. Or no, wait, 700 used too. Damn. Why are these all in weird orders for? 700, 800 is used. 900. 999. So 10,001. So that's not used. So what if we tried 9,000? The problem is the NPC identities, the range in the server is probably not right still. So 700 worked, but it's already being used, so it didn't. That's why it's throwing errors because of that. So replace all. It's the problem with using a. I don't know why they haven't updated for the newer stuff for. The last client they officially supports from 2015. Anytime you update your client past a 2015 client, you're gonna get screwed because it won't support any of this stuff and it'll bomb out like epically. We need the const file. There it is. No, it's the wrong const file. That's what we want. I'm betting now it's going to throw that same view error message because the server isn't configured to go so high on the. I may have to change the code. Map server. Which I'm prepared to do. I just don't know if it would cause any kind of issues. Yep, same thing. Okay, so map server. We need to change this line of code. Not that one. Which one was it? Oh, I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. Define max NPC, class 2 range, MC range start, MC end. So that's in. Well, this has a commit. Doesn't say what file. So this is in map message conf. So it's purely just a thing within the map server. Wait, where? Source. Okay, here we go. So what is NPC range 2 end though? So it used to be defined as 1,000 and then 10,000, 1,281. And now it's defined as something different. Oh wait, did they move all this internally? Oh wow, they did. It's all in the NPCH file now. Why the hell would they do that? Because now in order to add new classes, you have to be able to know how to write code. As opposed to just modifying a file. That was a dick move. Yeah, this is where I need. This is what I needed. This is what I was looking for. This is what used to be in the const file, and they ripped it all out and threw it in this for some reason. So, official JT New 3. So 19999. So we need to add this into here. You have to create a new enumeration range. Okay, so NPCH. Source, source map npc.h. So, source map npc.h. Oh, it's .hpp. Yep, here we go, eJob types. So that's the official end. Unofficial. So, So 10,500 we'll say. And then it'll go down from there. So yeah, now you have to rebuild the map server every time. Wow. So we don't need to put it in the const file. Because that doesn't do anything at all. Const file is pretty much useless for this purpose now. 10,500. We need to change that client side though. Doesn't seem like it's used. Where's my find it? It's not showing up anymore. I hate when this happens. It gets hidden behind stuff. There it is. And doesn't, nope, that's not it either. I was gonna say it should, focus. Yes, I think this is not a used one. I think we can use that. 1,500. So, build succeeded. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the map server. I think I need to change it and change it in the script. Yeah, no, I didn't change it in the script. Actually, find replace. Find 9,000 and replace it with 10,500. Save. And let's restart the map server. I'm still not gonna say it's gonna work this time. I'm a little bit more hopeful, but I still think there's gonna be an issue. Oh god, it did it again. Damn it. This is where it happened before. Then I fixed it in a different window I had opened. That's what happened. This is what happens when you don't follow closely along with, when projects get taken up from a dead project and like revived or whatever. Just lots of things change. Aha, we actually have a no. Awesome. Looks like it's going to work this time. At least on the server side. The client side now, let's see if we can actually get in and not have any kind of problems with crashing. That's not the right one. Thank you very much. Or actually, wait. Yeah. No. We don't want the patched. I keep forgetting. The patched one is broken. I should delete that thing. So actually, that was probably why it wasn't working before, but it's probably a good thing that I didn't realize that because there was some other stuff we had to do. Oh. That's interesting. Cannot find sprite SPR. So that's from the GeoRo thing. Interesting. Okay, so we have a problem with the data here. Lua file, data info. So NPC identity is all the way at the bottom. So GeoRo, so that's right. So GeoRo is right because that's the name of the file. Now the problem is, I think probably in the other one, the job name. So job table dot GeoRo, which is the name of the file, name of the entry in the other thing, and then the file name, which that's what it should be. Job identity. Oh, do I need to add this here too? I think I need to add this here too. I think so. GeoRo. Sprite robe ID. Sprite robe name, sprite robe. Okay, so then back to data. Sprites, NPC, GeoRo, acts, and SPR. Now, what I want to do is, what I would like to do is unpack the GRF probably not a good idea, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want to see what's in there. I'm going to create a new folder real quick for it though, so I'm not polluting my data folder that we have, data.grf. So open with, and I think I still have grfscape installed. If not, I can just go grab it. Actually, it's probably in that folder. Scripting tools, no. GRF editing creation, there we go. Well, G Factory, GRF Factory. I guess that works too. So we want to go to open the, okay. GRF data. Okay. Oh yes, we're gonna need unbox too. So now we want to go to, oh, once it finishes lagging. So, Sakurai S data, yes, that's normal data. Extract all current into data directory, keeping full paths. Okay, let me let's close the GRF first of all, and then I want to create a copy and put it in that new folder so that we're not gonna, because I don't think we can choose the folder it goes into. Alright, now it's going to do the loading again and the lagging again, and then Unbollocks should be in here too. Somewhere. Translators, yeah, unbollocks. Okay, extract all. I'll just drag unbollocks down here. Very awesome and very needed program unless you can read Korean. Even if you can read Korean, you probably still need it because that way you can more easily work with the file names. Unpacking an ungodly amount of files. Should just like show like a fire hose firing files under your hard drive or something instead of a bar, because that's really what's doing. There's like 40,000 files, I think. I mean, most of it is like the palette files. It's like half its the palette files are really small, but there's a crap ton of them. Well, maybe it's only 20,000 because that's how many extra files I added in for the palettes for all the custom classes. And it's insane. When you think about adding a custom class, you have to add in the sprite, add in the weapons for that particular NPC, particular class, which requires its own folder and a copy of the sprites, even if they're the same sprites that you're using on other things. Then you need to have hairstyles for, I think, for the individual classes. Maybe not the hairstyles, but the palettes for the colors for the clothing. You have to copy those over, and for each custom, for each gender and each custom class and the colors as well. So it gets crazy really fast. Maybe not the weapons either. Maybe I'm misremembering stuff, but like I said, I did all kinds of crazy crap. Alright, so we just go ahead and close this because we're not going to need that. Unbollocks directory is going to be the data directory. Why would it look at its own directory for? Oh my god. So I'm going to go desktop. We want to go to... it's going to be all kinds of things because it's going to read all the different icons from everything else. It's going to be a folder. GeoRo revival, so redirection, there we go. Then RO, new folder, data. Save. So we want to convert to ASCII. And hopefully the directory lengths are not too long. And this is normal. Eventually it'll just go and won't update anymore, but it's still converting. It's just it doesn't have the whatever to update the thing. So yeah, it's done now. So if we go in here, I'm gonna look at the sprites NPC. So yeah, they're just all loose in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up one of these. So JTVH Maya. JT. Or no, it's underneath Maya. Yeah, that's just what it's Maya. So it's just the name down here. So GeoRo. All these are lowercase, so maybe we should change this to a lowercase j. So, that's the wrong folder. What am I doing? That's our translator folder. Yeah. So then what we'll do is we'll go back to our Oro folder, data, sprite NPC, and then we'll do this. We'll open it in Photoshop and watch as it explodes because it can't actually open a sprite file or act file. Yeah, Photoshop's like, what the hell is this that you gave to me? Go away. Actually, that probably won't work. We'll just rename these. Okay, now maybe that should work. For whatever it is, it's just for some reason it's not, maybe not reading the files correctly. It should be, but maybe it's not. Might be reading the GRF over the data file, depending on what patch was used in the when they diffed the client. Which is why I would like to diff it myself, but I can't find a client that can be diffed correctly. Nope. Okay, so can't find because it's not listed in the. So yeah, we need to add that. We need to add this to the GRF. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to basically well, no, it's everything is English, so it should be reading this. There's a lot more stuff in here. NPC identity. Let's go look over here. Arthena client cannot find sprite.spr. That's close enough. Did you use modify your Lua's? Yes. Check I can't find the whole. Back to MobDB. Missing sprite in your data folder, which no, we don't. The problem is it's not registering the name. Sprite name files to your GRF, which is mob sprites. So so we have to do that with custom NPCs too. Okay, that's good to know. Now I got this monster failed, no monster ID. So still doesn't answer the question of why it's not reading the file name. And JT doesn't mean anything, we don't need that. Or maybe it does, I don't know. change that text here. Search client side version number. Scan checkout. Blah blah blah. Convert dash grf. Don't diff the loader. And load alleyway before alleyway. Use alleyway C5.14. So you have to convert it to alleyway B. Lub from Lua. Is that what it is? Maybe. Well, no, I'm modifying the lubs directly. Alright, let's try it. Even though I'm pretty sure it doesn't do a damn thing to put JT on it. Let's put JT on these. So this is like for every NPC. Innkeeper, 1 keeper, and then the view ID over here. This is the name of the NPC file, supposedly. So 1M, new folder data. Sprites NPC. So interesting, it's actually all lowercase. 1 ACTO1. Even though they're uppercase here. So it's NPC identity. Really wish I could just drag this down into that. Client-side work is annoying as hell. But look, I think maybe this client is not reading from the data folder. It might be reading from the GRF. So that would mean we would have to re-GRF the data to make it work, which means we need to take the Lua folder and the Sprite folder. But again, I mean, the GRF doesn't have this stuff in it, so it has to be reading from the data folder. Doesn't have the English stuff in it. Pretty sure. Well, maybe it does. Maybe that's the missing thing here. Alright, so let's copy this into the new folder, data folder. Actually, maybe it does, because we have this here too. Oh, and the, I guess while we're at it, we'll add the map files. Oh, hell, the background music for the map. Oh, it's already there, never mind. Oh, that's because that's the data. We want the new folder data folder. There we go. So that would be in the hopefully. Oh, it's not even open anymore. Is it? Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. It is open. That would be over here. Hopefully. Data folder, non-grf data. Well, it wouldn't even be in the data. Well, map BMG. There should be a map BMG file somewhere. Map name table. Okay, map name table. We need to add that into there. So over in new folder data. Oh yeah, it's all Korean. So add that there. Well, it's all ASCII. Converted from Korean. There should be a map name table in here. MP3 name table, that's what I was looking for. Yeah. I'm almost certain that it's reading. Yes. Now, MP3 table. And I'll need to make sure we have that MP3 in the BMG folder as well. So background music. So we want client BGM 230. What's this one? Ah. I think I was gonna try and get that to play when you were fighting the Sephiroth MVPs or something, something crazy like that. But nothing ever came of it. I don't think I got it to work. Pretty sure I didn't. So that'd be pretty crazy. Okay, so I've got that in. Now I think in this data folder we're gonna want to take everything in here. We just want to copy it over to this data folder because this has got all the translations and stuff in it. And we're just going to overwrite everything that's in there. Replace destination files. Alright, now we need to re-bollocks it. So it's good to know this tool still works because it's like you need something like this to make it work properly. Well, not work properly, but to be able to actually do a lot of stuff. Do lots of stuff in the data folder. You need to be able to have the non-Korean characters. Unless you like copying and pasting all kinds of word characters that may not be able to be copied. Alright, so then we needed to re-GRF this as well. Let's go ahead and delete that. In the other folder for GRF factory. GRF editing creation. I was thinking of GCFscape, which is for Steam. I don't know if Steam uses it or not. They used to use GCF files to store game files in at one point in time. Let's see. So we want to add a directory. Now we're going to have to go digging through this context menu to find it. So, new folder, data. That'll add in all the things underneath it, including all the stuff we changed and added. And then we can repack it as a GRF. Again, if you're going to run a server, you need to know how to do this crap. Okay. So repack. Data.grf. And now we wait for a while. So this could take some time. Especially when you're GRFing your entire data folder, which normally you would do. Well, normally you wouldn't do. You'd have your own GRF file for your server, but since we're just we're just putting stuff in to see if it'll work or not, and how I'm seeing how it'll actually work now in terms of the differences between before and now. It's going to repack it right into the data GRF. But when and if I bring GeoRo back online for the public, I'll have to go through and create my own GRF again for it. What I'm hoping is that the updaters have evolved somewhat, because Neon Cube worked for a while, it was good, and then it stopped working, and there's all kinds of issues related to that. There's just so many things you have to worry about and know how to do when you're running your own server. Need to know how to add things to the server, need to know where in the server to change things to add them. If you have to do any coding or whatnot, you have to know how to write NPC scripting. If you're going to write NPCs, you need to know how to add new NPCs that might use the same sprites to the server files, as well as maybe NPCs or mobs. Mobs are the easier one to do with the same one, so you just use the same sprite. NPCs are a little... it's pretty much similar, just use the sprite ID. Adding new stuff, though, then you get into the client crap, and that's where all your headaches begin and do not end. They just continue endlessly until you decide that you've had enough and you can't take it anymore, and your masochism is no longer great enough to sustain the pain of working on an RO server, and you decide to close it down. That's generally how things go in this sphere of private servering. Especially with RO, because there's just so much weird crap you have to deal with. I mean, stuff like Lineage too, it's almost all Python, so it's, easier to work with. Same with guns, it's all database and some flat files. Even Cabal Online is easier to handle than this, and it's a more complicated game. Well, I shouldn't say that. I never actually did any customization on our Cabal server, CO server, so I have no clue how hard that would be. And I guess, well, Lineage is a bit harder for NPCs because that's actually HTML coding, I think, mixed with Python. Okay, so we have finished packing, and hopefully during the packing nothing got corrupted. That's always something that can happen. Let's go ahead and close that, and we'll just, no, I don't want to open it, I want to copy it. And we're just going to overwrite what's in here. And if I had V instead of F, that would also help tremendously. Okay, let's give this another whack. Damn it, still not working. SPR cannot find file sprite NPC blank. So maybe we just need a blank sprite file. Why don't we just try doing that? Well, it has to have a name though, that's the problem. It can't be a known, it can't have no name. That is weird. It's got to be the GeoRo sprite, because there's nothing else there that's new that would cause that. I remember running into this before, but I can't for the life of me remember how I fixed it. Clients, can't find sprite slash NPC. So to have it backwards on the slashes, that shouldn't really matter. Sprite. I don't use what? What's custom mobs? Wait, what? So it's not the one we were modifying, it's this 451, 514 one we're supposed to modify. What the hell? Why does nobody mention this crap? And that makes perfect sense now. Gotta love this master mouse with this just rolling scroll wheel. It's awesome. JT GeoRo equals 10,500. Job name. Job table dot JT GeoRo equals okay, and then the NPC identity. JT GeoRo if this works, I'm gonna be pissed off because we spent all that time for nothing. Nope, still not working. Oh, why are you not working? What is the freaking problem here? So sprites NPC and then GeoRo.act.sprite. But it's looking for a sprite file with no name. Why would it be looking for a sprite file with no name? Again though, if it's looking in the GRF, not the data folder, and it's looking at the 514 ones instead of the Lua file ones, then yeah, we kind of have that problem still. I'm, again, not confident that this is going to fix it, but we'll try this and see what happens. Just copy that folder back in, replace it, and then we'll re-GRF it. Add directory. God, I gotta do this again. RO, new folder, data, go, and load all the files in, then repack it. Failed Eriko 2 already exists. That's the problem. That's the other thing with this, is that you can't have the same thing, something with the same name. It doesn't overwrite. Do not ask me why. I have no clue. Data.grf. Alright. So, error code 2 is a file already exists. Error code 3 is you're screwed. You have a corrupted file. Good luck trying to find it. I mean, literally, I would spend hours tracking down corrupted files when that popped up, because it doesn't tell you what file is corrupted. It says you have a corrupted file. So you kind of have to pay attention to what's going on here and see if you can't figure out what file it last was at. It's going to be kind of hard, especially when you get into all the palette names, because the palette names are all pretty much in Korean, and when you have it on Bollocks, it's all in ASCII, and it's a pain in the ASCII. So you'd have to think of, okay, what did I just add? What could possibly be the problem? And then go track it down. I want to get this freaking NPC up so I can show you how it works. Well, is it very old or no? No, I think it's old. I think it's from 2010. No, those are the ones from Dailymotion. There are some more. It might be later. It might be 12 or 13 or 14. When I tried to. So at that time I was working on GeoRo 2.0, and maybe it was I don't know exactly when it was, but sometime way back when I made a video of the dual level system or dual class system and the warp system. But I have no clue where they're at or what that video is called, but it's in the channel somewhere. Good luck finding it in 6,000 videos, but in the mosh pit of 6,000 videos, it is our channel. If you find it, I say you should get a medal. That was the one goal I wanted to do today, besides getting the stuff back in the database, was to get the frickin' NPC, GeoRo NPC going. Because that would have given me a good idea of what I need to do, both on the client and the server side to do so. Which it has. Well, at least on the server side. Client side, still out. Verdict is still out in that, because I have no clue if this is going to work or not. Hoping it does, but I'm expecting it to still crash and burn. Because that's always a safe bet when you're dealing with client side of Ragnarok Online. Especially this bastardized version of it. Okay. Looks like we are done. Repacking 2 gigs worth of files. I'm not even going to close it this time because, well, if it doesn't work this time, it's just not going to work. And I'll have to go look up maybe why it's still not working. Okay, V and overwrite. And run this. Enter in our stupid pin thing in this stupid system. And log in to crash. Yep, still not working. Well, damn. Alright, let me go ahead and, so I want to check to make sure the Bloody Branch Arena is still loading correctly. So it's actually a custom map that I made using, I think it's called Platinum. And don't ask me how it works, because I really have no freaking clue. I kind of fuddled my way through it and made this thing. Along with a whole bunch of frigging errors and issues and weirdness that I had to deal with. So that's going to be in the server. We're just going to disable that and see if it still does it. Then we know there's something else frigging wrong, and it's not the GeoRo NPC, but I'm pretty sure it's the GeoRo NPC. Pretty sure that that's what it's causing this. So you go away for now, GeoRo. We're going to do something else. Since I can't get in there to actually restart the map server, we'll need to just kill it and restart it. Connection successful. Disabled. Done reading entries. Loading NPC file. Okay. So we go back out here to clients. Yep, that was the problem. GeoRo, you're annoying. Alright, so resource load. Oh wait, it kind of does work, but the resources failed to load. That's what happened. Because it's looking for resources that are in... gotcha. Plus the NPCs aren't going to load because the NPCs are still on the old IDs for the spawns. And this is not the right song. As much as I love this song, it's not the one that's supposed to be there. So maybe I can go look for that stuff. Well, it works and it goes there, so at least the map file is able to go. We're able to go there. We just need to get the textures in there correctly. So that's going to be it for this stream. The next time I do any streaming for this, I'll have I'll try and have everything sorted out already. So I'll have all the classes back in, all the dual classes back in, all the NPCs working, all the items in and working, and all the custom mobs in and working, and all the everything in and working. That could take a while though, so don't expect another one of these probably till maybe the end of April or maybe later, as time permits me to work on this. So I shall. So that could mean it could take a while to get this done, but we're in the right direction, and I'm starting to slowly get a grip on maybe some of this stuff, at least on the server side. So thanks for watching. If you watched it live, if you're watching it afterwards on YouTube, feel free to leave any comments, and if you haven't done so already, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time for whatever the stream is or whatever the video is I upload. It'll probably be a stream, maybe SO3 sometime this week, maybe, or maybe you know what, let's do that. Let's just do maybe an hour or two real quick of a stream. I'm going to end the stream and change it so that it'll refresh. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do the guild 2 some more. I'm just gonna close all this. I don't really care about this stuff anymore. It's cluttering up my screen anyway. So all of you go away except for you. You we save. All right, and I'll be right back. Let me not right back.